welcome to Motivational Moment. I'm Coach Rosa. I am your training and workshop coordinator with RochesterWorks and excited to share with you this week's topic, which we're in a series. We started a series this spring, and it's Spring into Training, and we're expanding your mind. And we talked about the 4 steps you needed to get to your goal within a year. We spent another week talking about identifying some of those skills you need, that roadmap to success. We talked last week about one particular wonderful tool, a platform available to you called Coursera, which allows you to obtain some training you might need for some of those skills. And this week, what we're doing is we're going to talk about the transferable skills, identifying your transferable skills. Because if you want to make a change and you want that change to take you a level up, you have transferable skills. And I want you to recognize those transferable skills. And so there's some really cool tools out there. And I'm only going to share 2 with you to make it super easy, because this is giving you a reality check. And the reality check is, am I on the right track? Am I going in the right direction? And so as I give you this reality check, I want you to think about the skills you have and the skills that you need to get to where you're going. And there's a lot that are actually transferable. There's quite a few that you have that you can just expand upon or just pivot, and it's going to serve you well. So I'm going to do something I haven't done before, and I'm going to share my screen. And as I share my screen with you, hopefully I will share the correct screen and be able to demonstrate something to you. I'm looking forward to doing this so that I can show you, take you on a little tour of some of these sites. And so what first one I want to share with you is called My Next Move, mynextmove.org. So My Next Move is a really great resource. And what we'll do is you type in, when you see here, search careers with keywords, you type in a keyword. So let's assume we're still going to talk about accounting. And accounting, we talked about maybe moving in different fields in accounting and what that might look like. So I'm going to stay with my scenario we started with a few weeks ago, and I'm going to hit search for accounting. Now, let's say you were interested in bookkeeping and auditing. And so let's click on that. When it says it's a bright outlook, which is a positive thing, we're going to click on that. And what's really cool about this site is you'll see some of the other terms at the top. This is an account clerk, an accounting assistant, an accounting clerk, accounts payable clerk. So you have examples, and it tells you what they do. They compute, classify, and record numerical data, right? They tell you on the job what you would do: operate computers, program with accounting software to record and store and analyze information. Tells us some of the knowledge and skills and abilities that are required for this role, personality traits, which are interesting in accounting, or technology, I should say, technology. And it tells us examples of education you might need and your outlook, the actual outlook for the job. Now, what's neat about this is, as you look at this, if you look at some of the skills, the basic skills, math, solving problems, listening, not interrupting, asking good questions, noticing a problem and figuring it out, seeing how to solve a problem. Those are basic skills. And you can say, yes, can I show times where I've demonstrated those skills? Those are transferable skills. If we look under knowledge with customer service and administrative, maybe you already are doing some of those things. Those are transferable skills. And so I want you to start to take note of your transferable skills, and you're going to write them down. You're going to say, you know what? I have those skills. Maybe I've obtained them in a different field, but I definitely have those skills. Now I'm going to show you another website, My Skills, My Future. This is a cool site. I really like this one because it's simple. You type in a keyword, something you want to do. I put in bookkeeping and accounting, right? Now, it's telling me, well, here's what I have in bookkeeping and accounting. This is very cool. Now, the first one I have here is insurance claims and policy processing clerks. By the way, I did it by zip code within a radius. These are actually job openings, and you can find businesses. And so I'm going to peek at, let's say, insurance claims and policy processing clerks. Let's say that's an interesting company or occupation. Go to compare skills. I'm going to click on compare skills. Now, I hope you're getting as excited as I am about this. Here's what's interesting. We have a comparison. Salary-wise, it's a little cut and pay. Okay, but we know that. If we look at similar skills and knowledge, it's telling us exactly what we need. It's circuit boards, maybe processor chips, which is kind of interesting for that kind of knowledge. Computer hardware and software, perhaps. It's telling us reading comprehension, listening skills. It also has additional similar skills and knowledge, but let's look at the gaps. The gaps you might have it's pointing it right out to us, right? Knowledge of principles and processes of providing customer and personal services. This includes customer need assessment, meeting for quality standards for services, and evaluation of customer satisfaction. It might tell us type of education we need, licensing, certifications, excellent. Now, if I want to know more about these gaps, maybe I'll look over here, view additional similar skills and knowledge. So we could always go there and check that out. And it has critical thinking, speaking, so it's a drop down. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. That's only 2 resources. mynextmove.org, myskillsmyfuture.org. Remember I said a couple weeks ago, find where you want to go, identify what they need from you, cross-reference what you have. And we're giving it to you all here, so easy. You can spend the next half hour after watching this video just doing this research. Write down skills that you have that are transferable and look at the skills that are your gap. And now you add this to your roadmap to success. I firmly believe and know that you have what it takes to get to where you're going a year from now, or even 6 months from now, or even the long-term plan. But we have to take one step. See, we have to build momentum. You've heard me talk about momentum before. One step at a time, one skill at a time. And it stacks and stacks and stacks. And before you know it, you're in that job and you've been doing it and you're the senior staff member. You're the expert. And it takes consistency and a plan, sticking to your plan, right? Know what you need to do and do it on a consistent basis. Give us a comment in the replay. Let us know what you think. I'd love to hear back from you. Thank you for joining us for this week's motivational moment. And what I'm going to talk about next week is some of the examples of soft skills, which is your EQ, versus your hard skills, which is more your IQ. We're going to talk a little bit more about EQ versus IQ, emotional intelligence, and the academic intelligence, and some of my favorite books that have helped me develop that EQ. So we're really going to talk more about some of the wonderful resources that I've utilized and seen people utilize to help them with their emotional intelligence and to balance out that academic intelligence, because you need both in the workplace. That soft skill is really important as well. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. We look forward to seeing you some of our workshops, and connect with us at RochesterWorks.org and also in the comments. Take care, my friends.